You're listening to Super Legit, an improv comedy podcast full of talented, funny, and sometimes smart people here to sincerely answer one big question, then mine those answers for fictional gold, silver, or maybe a very sturdy tin. Let's get a quick earful of what happened backstage before the show.
Jen, are you introducing us alphabetically or by height?
I'm just doing it the way I see you in the thing, which actually is just alphabetically and by height.
Okay.
This is what the new MacBook Pro does, is it rates you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Coincidentally, we are alphabetical by
They
height.
built Hot or Not into the new MacBooks.
Perfect.
I'm in the one where I'm compared to an animal.
Hello and welcome to the Super Legit Podcast. My name is Jen Burton, and the powers that be, the president of podcasts, has asked me to host this episode, which is, as usual, a terrible mistake.
Oh.
And yet, here I am doing this exact job because I've been told to do so.
Oh, man.
Actually, I'm very excited to do it. I'm thrilled to do it. Thank you for having me. Again, my name is Jen Burton. I'm surrounded by the most spectacular talent. I'm very excited to introduce each and every one of them. First up, we have Sean Michael Boozer.
Well, hello. And is it mistake or well-earned honor?
I like your positive take on my half-empty glass. Thank you. Next up, we have Christopher Compton.
Is the glass half empty or is it half consumed?
Even better.
Either way, no free refills.
0 free refills. Next up, we have Jarrett Lennon Kaufman.
I think we're going to know by the end of this episode just how much water is in that glass.
This has turned into a whole shebang, this water glass situation. And finally, we have, to round out our cast, before we introduce our very special guest, we have Joshua Spence. I'm going to say your full name because I just feel like it.
You look like a glass that doesn't need free refills.
That sounds so weirdly sexual, and I do not like it. But I'm down. Okay, yes, I accept it.
Down, yeah.
But I'm down. I don't know. I'm a glass with water. That's all that matters. Finally, y'all, this man, he's just one of my favorite humans on this earth. I've known him for 10,000 years.
Word.
And we have done many an improv show together. He is hilarious. We have, as our guest, the spectacular Rolland Lopez.
Finger snaps.
Hello, Rolland.
Philosophical phrase that makes you think that references a glass of water.
Oh,
Thank you.
well done.
Can we, before we go any further, can we just talk about that for a second? Mr. Compton tapped into something. So here's the deal. There is an answer to that. It's not half full or half empty. It depends on what was happening right before it got to that point. Was it being consumed or was it being filled?
Ooh.
That's where it's half filled or half empty.
Ooh.
So let's not pretend like that's like some highbrow thing. There's an actual answer.
Oh.
All right, please carry
I'm
on.
going to be thinking about this for the next
Incredible.
hour.
I am still so dead inside.
You know what's funny is like when Shawn Michaels was talking, I was like, man, that's some fucking smart shit. And then he was like, don't you guys think this is smart shit? I was like, oh, never mind.
It is smart shit.
Sean, what if the liquid is something that you don't want to drink? If it's something you do want to drink, maybe it's half empty, but if it's acid,
You don't know if I'm done with life.
I do like that Jen's answer was the glass is full. I am empty.
emotionally,
No truer statement has ever been said. I like that take, though, Roland, a lot, which is like, yeah, the glass is half full, and that is not a good thing because it's filled with acid.
Yeah.
I like that point of view.
I used to be a lot more optimistic, but thank you for having me, everybody. I was honored to be invited. I'm honored to be here. I will try and keep up with all of you. I make no promises or
And
guarantees.
I'm just going to say, Roland, I think we all used to be a lot more optimistic, and that includes all of the pessimists in this group.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Which
this
is
got even more
It's all of us.
pessimistic.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the world we're living in.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, this is the personality
I
type.
literally went out the other day to Home Depot, bought a patch of sod so I could stand on it and shake my fist at people. Just putting that out there. Like,
Good investment. Good investment. Yeah.
Day off his lawn, his tiny, tiny lawn. Y'all, we got to do this show.
Uh-oh.
And that means we have a question
What is it?
on the table. And I'm going to tell you that question now. That question is this. They say to never meet your heroes. Who's a hero that you have met that surprised you? Could be for good or for bad. I'm going to take that surpriseness as they surprised you in a good way or surprised you in a bad way. Either way.
Can we also play with the language a little bit? Like, do you have to physically meet them, or have you seen a different side of them?
Is this about the time you had that argument with the cardboard cutout?
Maybe.
Okay.
Keep going.
I feel like our host can answer this, but I feel like we're starting to move very far away from the question when it's just like, what if we're just aware of a celebrity who's not the person we thought they were anymore? And then it's just like, what if we've met a person and that person doesn't matter and nobody's heard of them before, but they were kind of a jerk, but also kind of nice?
I'll get to my philosophical question later because I do want to play with it. I do have an actual answer though. I'll yield the floor though.
Okay.
I have one.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, yeah.
Great.
I'll go second.
Roland, lead us out.
30 years ago, there was a movie, or almost 30 years ago, called Swingers.
Yeah.
Right? John Favreau, Vince Vaughn kind of got their careers really going.
Yeah.
Made Vince Vaughn kind of a name.
Huge.
And I love that movie so much. I was the right age for it. I was 4.
And swinging.
Target demographic.
Yeah. I was the right age for that movie. And I absolutely loved it. And I even I would take friends on like little tours of places that were featured in that movie.
Wow.
Including the Derby where they used to have swing dancing, which is no longer there.
Oh, yeah.
It's now a Chase Bank that I attend.
Wow.
You attend.
You
should dance there and be anachronistic.
Not frequent.
I love the use of that word.
I don't want to deviate Roland from his story.
Thank
I'm
you.
so sorry.
Yes, sorry.
Thank you, Jet. No, it's okay. But one day, a buddy and I, we decided to go to the Dresden.
Oh, yeah.
Which, if you recall in the movie, it was a place where they went, and John Favreau's character tries to get the number of a girl. It was kind of a big place in that movie. They have a bunch of tables. All the tables were packed, and then they had the bar, and all the bars were packed. There was one section of standing tables that were kind of these little circles with a long stand, and no chairs, so you could just stand around the table. All the tables were packed except for one that was empty, so my buddy and I took it. In walks Vince Vaughn and a date.
Yeah.
And he had nowhere to sit.
Right.
And so he comes up to our table because we had room for 2 people. We were the only table. And he's like, hey, would you guys mind if we hang? We're like, yeah, sure. We were freaking the F out on the inside.
Whoa.
We're staring at each other because we were such fans of this movie. We went to this place because of the movie, and in walks Vince Vaughn.
Amazing.
Oh my God.
But having lived in Los Angeles long enough, I didn't make a big deal. I didn't go fanboy on him. And at some point, he introduces himself. He goes, hey, I'm Vince. I'm like, oh, I'm Rolland. He introduces his date, and my friend introduces himself. And it was just a pleasant time with someone that at that moment was a big celebrity for me.
Yeah.
Vince Vaughn anywhere would have been great. Vince Vaughn at the Dresden for that, that we went there only because of that movie. It was huge. And it was a nice time. No negative at all, which to me
That's
is a big
amazing.
surprise.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think we probably were moving to LA at a similar time because I think I actually ran into him in the Hollywood Star Lanes, which was the bowling alley where they shot all the bowling alley scenes in Big Lebowski, which
Oh, wow, yeah.
got
Oh,
closed
yeah.
down and turned into a school for kids to learn in.
Joke's on them. No one's learning.
Super.
Hey, Vince, buddy, look, you know I love hanging out with you, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I just, it's a Saturday. I thought 2 bachelors. I thought we'd get into some trouble, have some fun.
Hey, I love it. I love that you're thinking that your plans include me. This is gonna be great. What are we doing? Let's do it.
Well, so far, this is the 3rd stop we've gone to.
I'm in.
We're just doing a tour of places where people have discovered you.
Yeah. Over in this next place, 2 people pointed at me when I walked in once. It was great.
Yeah, that's great. Are you?
Oh
Yeah.
my God, look, it's Vince Vaughn.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, thank you.
Oh my God.
He attends this place a lot.
He's so tall.
I do. Thank you. This is so great. After this, I'm taking you through a Wendy's drive-thru. They know me there as well.
Okay. Do you attend that Wendy's a lot, or?
Oh my God. It's the guy who gets Frosties and French fries and that's it, and he dips the French fries in the Frosties. Oh, you're a legend around here.
Oh, stop. Thank you.
You do have to pay them.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Oof.
It's
Can
okay,
I owe
Vince.
ya?
I got it. This is the 4th time where you have reached for your credit card, and yet there is nothing but lint inside your hand.
Yeah. Thanks, Danny.
look, hey man, I know you're doing movies on Hulu now.
Yeah.
Instead of theaters. Like, you're still a massive star, buddy. Like, you don't need this type of recognition. I'm friends with you for just who you are.
Well, to be honest, sometimes I take people over to your house and let them know that you know me. I keep hoping one day you'll peek through the curtains and see me and point or something or wave. It hasn't happened yet, but I let people know that you know me, and it's
Really?
I don't even want the money.
Okay.
That's why I don't carry any money
You're
with
standing
me.
over me aggressively. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Okay, I
sorry
hear
about
you.
that. I'm very tall. I'm
Yeah,
extremely
you're
tall.
6'6". I know. You
Yeah.
made me remember all these facts about you.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you writing them down.
Look, buddy, I just want you to know that, like, you're good for who you are as a person. Like, if you weren't an actor, I would still think you're one of the funniest people I've ever met.
Danny, I want you to know that means nothing to me without the fame.
Okay.
Nothing.
Legit.
Legit. Yep.
I have a story if that's okay.
Yeah.
That is okay. The conch is
Great.
yours.
So this is when I was doing film reviews for the Topanga Messenger, and
Wow,
I
name
went
drop.
Yep, and I did a press junket for 127 hours.
That's a long
That's a
time for
long
a press
press junket.
junket.
Yeah, right.
Did your
right.
arm get caught
You-
in the
you
machine?
Keep listening to the story. And they were like, hey, you got here early, which means I was on time. They're like, we're going to run you through everybody because nobody's here yet. So I was initially just supposed to be there for like the press conference part of it, but I ended up getting like 10-minute interviews with everybody.
Wow.
It was awesome, right? So I was taking my buddy Dave Mott with me, put him under my wing because he was a huge Danny Boyle fan, and I was too. I was like, this is your chance we'll get to meet him. This will be great, right? So we interviewed James Franco first. Like, what a fucking dud! He sucked. Then we.
James, if you're listening, we're sorry.
Nope. No, we're not.
You remember the interview? You didn't
No.
give me shit. Fuck off, Franco.
Oh no.
And then I talked to Christian Colson, who was the executive producer. He just sounded like a producer. He was okay, no big deal. Next, we got paraded through. It's like kind of like a car wash. You go from one hotel suite to the next. So they're like, Mr. Boyle is still getting ready. So if you just want to stand outside the door, we'll have you ready in like 10, 15 minutes. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, if it's that long, I can just like sit somewhere else. I don't want to like feel like we're crowding. I mean, they're like, no, just sit here or stand here for 15 minutes. I was like, okay. So me and Dave are hanging out, and like not 2 minutes after like the press junket lady turned the corner, like the door pops open in like a fucking Warner Brothers cartoon, and like out pops like Danny Boyle's head, and he is like on energy level 1 million, and his eyes are super dilated, like he's been on an all-night coke bender, because he had been. And he was just like, hey, how's it going, lads? How's it going? First interview of the day. Oh, you guys must be, come on in. We're like, oh, Mr. Boyle, like we were told that you'd be ready in 15 minutes. Fuck off with them. Come on. And like pulls my buddy Mott, like grabs him, like gets him in almost like a headlock. Come on, we're going to have a good time. He sits down. He's like, you guys ever have fun? We're like, yeah. Like, obviously he's telling us what he did. He's like, I've been up all night thinking of great ideas for movies. I'm so excited for what's going on. Any question you want to ask me, go ahead. Ask me any question right now. I'm like, holy shit, what the fuck is this? I looked at Dave to kind of bail me out because I had nothing. And you had just saw like the life just like go out of his face because we're watching this Warner Brothers character just jump off the walls. Just, hey, what do you guys want to talk? We can talk about anything you want. The press junket lady comes back in and goes, oh, we need another 15 minutes with Mr. Boyle. We'll come back and get you. They take us out of his hotel suite. And they come back 20 minutes later and they're like, yeah, he's going to need more time. Like, okay, cool. That's who Danny Boyle is. Great.
Super.
All right, so I can only give you 2 minutes with him, but this is the valet who took care of all of our cars while we were filming. Since you've got all this time, we're making sure you hit everybody. Good luck.
Okay. Hello?
Hey, what's up?
Yeah.
I parked the cars.
Okay, great.
What do you got?
I-
Just hit me. Hit me with any questions. Anything that crosses your mind, just hit me with it. I'll answer it.
Danny Boyle literally just shoved me in this corner and said, meet the valet. And I was really trying to talk to him, but I guess, okay, I'll talk to you. Do you like driving?
I hate it. I hate it with a passion. Cars are stupid. I don't understand why anybody drives cars. I own a bike myself.
Okay, great.
Hey guys, sorry to interrupt. This is Frank Sharp, Fox PR. We're running a little bit more behind. You're gonna have another 20 minutes with Mr. Valet. Okay, thank you. Bye.
Great.
Oh my God, that's so much time.
Oh, I've got so many things to share, so that's
Do
fine.
you know I make so little money
Yeah, me too.
for this job, and I have been at this hotel for 4 days. I have met everyone. I met the chef.
I've been here for 4 years. I sleep here.
Okay, great. That's a different story. But okay, all right, great. Well, do you mind if we just sit in this Ferrari for a little
Again?
Because I've been on my dogs.
So, you write for the Los Angeles Valley Star. Is that correct, Mr. Sanchez? Is that?
No, it's the Valet Star. It's the Valet Star.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. I'll correct that. I just wanted to point out that you've been at the waiting room to interview people for about an hour and a half, and like all the food's free and comped for, but you have made 5 trips to the breakfast buffet and no interviews.
Listen, I don't actually get to eat on the job very much. Normally, it's just, whatever somebody left in the cup holder. Sometimes it's a granola bar. Sometimes it's some gum.
Sure.
They'll leave some some of those caffeine packets that you
Right.
put under, up the gums of your mental
I just
health.
want to say that we provide catering to people who provide press coverage for the film projects
No,
that
that's
we're
fine.
doing.
I can ask
Okay.
questions of anybody you want me to ask questions for in exchange
Right.
for food.
But
And we're here with Doris Kearns Goodwin to talk about her new biography, In the Driver's Seat.
Yes.
You've profiled Lyndon Johnson, Abraham Lincoln,
Yes.
Lyndon Johnson again.
Yes, several times. I really love him.
But this seems to be a real different direction for you.
Well, I decided to go undercover as an idiot and show up under the guise of interviewing Danny Boyle. And instead, I met a valet who took my breath away. Like
You-
Yes,
Oh,
sorry,
go on.
ahead.
I'm sorry.
No. I was going to do a metaphor about the Ferrari we were sitting in and the way he sped my mind away.
That's why they call you the big rig of biographies.
That's correct. I'm very big, and I am a rig, and I write biographies.
You've spoken with the people in the highest levels of power.
Yes, LBJ is my main man.
That's
yes.
once again, that's
I'm working on a new one on him. This is my third.
This was just about his golf game?
It's called Johnson in the Hole, and it's all about his golf game, which is incredible.
Yeah, I heard stories about how hard you had to fight your editor to get that title.
He did not want to name it Johnson in the Hole, and I didn't even understand what the pushback was because it's the right title for that book.
What everyone here is asking is, what is it that you learned from this valet that you didn't learn from all these incredible people?
I learned that being a valet is like being chained to a car in a driveway, and that car never goes anywhere. And you can never drive that car out of first gear. It's a metaphor for life. You don't own the car.
Miss Goodwin, I want you to meet Mr. Herzog. He's going to be the director for your film. Just spend 2 minutes saying hi to each other, and before we get you to sign the contract. Legit.
Thank you.
That was evil. That was evil.
I don't even remember how to do it.
Nobody wanted to jump on the Herzog grenade, which, by the way, is what people call it.
For people listening the first time, Jen is our resident Werner Herzog.
That's right.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Which I don't even remember how to do anymore.
That was going to be a one-woman show there for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I would have paid to see,
Yeah, I would have too.
I appreciate that.
but luckily I didn't have to.
I will say that, like, most of the times I've met sort of people who I was really excited to meet like that, like, it generally has not been bad experience.
Yeah.
The absolute best one I've ever seen was when I was in college. Max Brooks, Mel Brooks' son, was in grad school at the college where I was at. And so Mel Brooks came to speak
Oh, wow.
at college, and not in a class that I was in. But me and some friends, put on our old Letterman jackets and went in disguise. But went and snuck in and grabbed a seat somewhere in the middle, and we looked down, and as he's getting up and starting, we realize that the person sitting in front of us is Anne Bancroft, who's coming because they're going to visit their son at college.
Right.
And so, Mel Brooks is like doing stuff. He's amazing. And it gets to the Q&A, and most of the questions came from Anne Bancroft, and they were all centered around the movie he produced that she directed.
Oh.
And what was so delightful about it was like, this is a couple who at that point had been married for like 60 years. And yet they are like here in the middle of this classroom, and they have no problem just fucking with each other. Like
Nice.
just to entertain each other. And it was like, that was the most romantic marriage moment I've ever seen, of just like, oh, that is amazing. So yeah, like that is, I will always treasure that, because that was like people being exactly who you want them to.
That's awesome.
He was not a hero of mine, but I was surprised by who he was. So Val Kilmer.
Nice.
I met Val Kilmer, and Val Kilmer had just a huge reputation for being incredibly difficult
Yeah.
to work with.
Nitroglycerin is what I heard. Yes.
Yeah, just
Yikes.
so this is when he was doing his stage show of Mark Twain, and he came to my
Right.
theater.
Oh,
My theater.
wow,
Came
yeah.
to the theater I was associated with at the time.
It's very personal to him too. Yeah.
He, I met him before the show briefly, and I tried to navigate my way out of the conversation as soon as possible, because I'm not looking for trouble, right? Then I steered clear of him the entire time. I was there super early. There were very few of us there. Did his show. His show was great. It was entertaining, fun. He was still working the kinks out. Then afterward, he's got the sick of everybody's around him. Like, yeah. I'm just having a little drink by myself in the lobby by myself. And, like when you don't feel the presence of someone and you look over and they're there,
Yes.
how terrifying that is.
Yep.
He was standing right over my shoulder, and it scared the hell out of me because I thought I was alone.
Right.
And then I looked at him and I faced forward again, because I'm like, again, I'm not looking for any conflict here, people. And he was the most engaging and
Aw.
beautiful
Oh,
human
wow.
being. It's so delightful. And it's so funny because I had been avoiding him all night,
Yeah.
not looking for trouble. And this was... So, I came in with this preconception of who he was.
Yep.
And, he talked to me as a fellow artist. It was beautiful and amazing.
Really nice.
And I was like, I wonder how many other opportunities I've cut myself off from, because I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not looking for any trouble here,
Yeah.
I do wonder if like not wanting anything was what made that possible.
Sure. I had a couple potential answers. I still have a twofer I want to get to, but yours immediately makes me think of
Super.
Look, Val, I get it. I get why you're nitroglycerin. I get why.
I know you're not done talking, but
Sure.
I just want to tell you how much I hate butterflies.
Right. No.
Once I was at a picnic,
Sure.
and a butterfly landed
Right.
on my blanket,
Mhm.
and I was like, fuck this butterfly. And I did fuck that butterfly. I picked him up and I ate him. I was like, now whose picnic is this, bitch?
Well, I want to tell you, Val or Mr. Kilmer or whatever
There's
you
no
prefer.
clapping at the end of that story.
Oh, sorry. Just
Thank you.
I just want to say that your secret's safe with me.
Yes, my secret.
Yeah, that you're Batman.
Oh,
Right? I mean, you kind of put it out there, right? Like you're single, you live in a mansion by yourself. I never see you at night. There seems to be a whole bunch of not dead people, but they're certainly knocked out. Well, those are all Batman stuff.
yes. I think you were confusing my role as Bruce Wayne with me as myself, Val Kilmer.
Okay.
Now, I will tell you this. I do knock a lot of people out and leave them in my front yard.
Right.
But I don't wear a costume with nipples on them to do it.
Ah, but you wear a costume then. See? A bat suit. You just gave yourself away. You're Batman. Aha. You're Batman, and I can be your Robin anytime you like.
I am Batman when paid for. In fact, there's going to be no Robin until... Who's the guy from ER? Till that guy
Oh.
becomes...
Noah Wiley? Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
It's Anthony Edwards. We both know it's Anthony Edwards.
Either way, one of the lesser actors will need a Robin to help him carry Batman. I do not.
So you're saying you don't need a wingman?
Yes. Yeah. Now that you mention it.
Look, Iceman, if you go on the weekends fighting MiG-16s, I'll be your Rio. I'm just saying, I want to be part of your life, Abe. Mr. Kilmer, sorry.
Hey, Val, listen. I know you were excited about being all solo on this Batman film. You felt that you were a strong enough actor to carry this on your own, but we're going to introduce Robin in this one after all.
You get one or the other. You get either Val or eye contact. So you got to get rid of one of those. You're either Mr. Kilmer with eye contact or Val without. You can't do both. That's
all right. That's fine. I'll just look at your nipples, which are definitely going to show in this costume. So Val, we're gonna introduce Robin in this one. We're also gonna have several villains, and they're gonna upstage you at every possible opportunity. They're gonna perform the campiest performances they've ever performed in their careers, basically almost career-destroying performances. Just to bolster you, because frankly you're wooden in that costume, and that's partially because we put a literal wood stake up the back of that costume. You cannot turn your head.
Why are you being my huckleberry? Why are you vexing me so that you have become my huckleberry?
If you had brought this performance to Batman, we wouldn't have needed all of the distractions, but it's just not there.
My throat hurts.
Legit.
Too soon.
Don't you think old-timey Southern Batman?
Yes.
I'd watch that.
I've seen that comic.
That's a choice that should be there.
They've had that comic run.
Right.
So anyway, real quick, the thing that made me think of was years back, I auditioned for a movie, and I'm just going to keep talking because I am not letting Josh cut me off again. I auditioned for this movie.
So this week's ad is brought to you
and
by...
I auditioned for a lead role in it, and then I didn't get that, but they brought me back for a smaller role in it.
What movie?
It was called Winning London.
Okay.
I didn't know anything about this movie other than it's like, okay, they liked you, but not for this major role. We brought you back for a smaller role. And I booked the role. And my agent calls me to give me the news. It's like, okay, so the good news is you got the part in Winning London. The bad news is it's an Olsen twins movie.
Right.
And that's literally how it went down, because what they explained is they had reached the point where people so badly did not want to work with the Olsen twins that they do not tell people ahead of time that it's an Olsen twins movie until they've booked the job.
Wow.
Because they don't want them to turn down the auditions.
Now, is this because people didn't want to work with the Olsen twins, like because the Olsen twins were difficult to work with, or because they sort of represented the like?
It was both.
Like, this is going to be like the least like prestigious movie that I could possibly be involved in. It was a combination
of like career killer type movies of like this was VHS days, so this was straight to VHS films / they had such a bad reputation that nobody wanted to work with them. And so we went into this.
Super.
So, Mr. Kaufman, or is it Mr. Kaufman or is it Mr. Lennon Kaufman? I forget. I'm just a PR
I do both right now. I'm trying to transition, but yeah.
Okay, so Mr. Kaufman, I just want to say that we are happy to
go for the Lennon Kaufman. Actually.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
we're happy to bring you in to sign in the London movie Part 2.
Oh,
Electric Boogaloo.
Okay, great.
Before you sign the papers, though,
yes,
I just want you to do one last test. Not test.
Well, screen tests. We do screen tests. That's fine.
I meant more of a personality test, but you know what?
Oh,
you're gonna pass anyway, so don't think of it as a test.
Okay.
I just want you to.
Is this like a Myers-Briggs test, or
you know what?
Or
Forget
what?
I said anything. It could be a Stanford test. It could be anything.
Okay.
But just meet our director. He's kind of coming back from the brink himself, and see if you two hit it off. Mr. Werner Herzog, meet Jarrett Lennon Kaufman. Mr. Jarrett Lennon Kaufman, Werner Herzog.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna get some sauerkraut and hot dogs for both of you guys. I'll be back in 5 minutes or whenever I feel like it.
Oh my God, Mr. Herzog.
I'm very sad. Sometimes I have to be reminded of my own identification in order to keep going.
Oh my God, this is.
Who are you, Lennon Kaufman?
Jarrett Lennon Kaufman. Yes.
Yes.
Oh, and I'm a huge fan of your work.
It's very nice to meet you. I'm at my lowest point in my life.
Oh, it's honestly, I got to be honest, I haven't actually seen anything you've directed. It's more, I'm a fan of your personality.
Oh,
in general.
I understand.
You as a personality. I did see you in The Mandalorian, though. Yeah, that was great.
My personality is dazzling.
Yes.
Most people say. I'm feeling existential today because you know that this movie is an Olsen twins movie.
I do.
That I've been asked to direct, and I have traveled the world and gone to caves, and I've looked death in the eye, and I have never seen death like in the eyes of the Olsen twins. they are dead in ways that I've never seen death.
Oh.
And I feel a deep dread.
I must say, as an actor, I have to admit I was really also dreading this experience and working with them. But honestly, the way you pitched them has sold me. I am really excited about this now.
Well, here comes one now. Here she is, I don't know their first names. I refuse to learn
Is it
them.
Mary Kate or Ashley? I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't really care. I just wish I was dead. Hello, Mary Kate.
Oh, it's an honor to work with you two. This is going to be a great experience. Oh, absolutely. No, I think this is going to be a great trip. We're going to get to know each other on it. We're going to method act together.
So, Mr. Lennon Kaufman, I just want to say thank you for coming in.
You can just say Mr. Kaufman. It's fine. You don't have to go through all the pomp and
Hey, guy,
circumstance.
you didn't get the job.
What? But I thought we were clicking.
I don't know how to put this, but you didn't pass the personality test.
Wait, what? No, but with who? Was it with Mr. Herzog or with Ms. Olsen?
You tell me what you think you did wrong, and I will confirm or deny.
Oh my God, was I too sycophantic? I mean, honestly, I was trying to come across as a lover of their arts, both of them, and maybe I just hit it too hard.
Maybe, like, what did you wear that? The big note that we got was that of all the dead people that Herzog had seen through his years of dead people, that no one had looked more ashen and gray and sullen than you.
That's what I was going for.
So, Werner Herzog, it is me again, Val Kilmer.
It's very nice to see you again, Val, Mr. Kilmer.
I was so put out when I was perceived to have needed a Robin to help me carry a fucking Batman movie, but I feel so much better now that you are directing the Olsen girls. Thank you for making me feel better about me being me.
We have come together in tragedy, and we have found a bond that shall never be broken. This is a half-empty glass that you and I must carry together, and we must carry it through the rest of our lives.
When I see a half-empty glass, I just want to fill it with all the bile that this world has created for me as an artist. I am too sensitive for this world. Too good for this world.
Mr. Kilmer, we're both ready for you guys on set. Remember, we're shooting that commercial for AMC Theaters.
All right.
Maybe you didn't hear I was talking?
Oh, sorry. I will go shoot myself now. Sorry.
No, just clap.
Legit.
Literally couldn't remember how to do it.
Anyway,
the
long
very end.
story short, I did take the job, and the two
Yay.
Olsen twins ended up being really cool. They were actually very nice. Everybody,
Oh, good.
other than the fact that they distracted each other nonstop on set to the point where they had to be separated and removed from the room when one was filming just because they were making each other laugh too much.
I like sisters.
Otherwise, they were incredibly nice people, and
great.
they clearly grew out of all the bullshit. So, yeah.
Also, when one was cut, the other would bleed.
yes, we tested that. Ugh.
Also, there is a portrait of them in the attic.
That's growing older every day.
Yes.
It's not that they go older. The portrait actually gains weight while they do not.
Right, yeah.
Smart.
Yeah, there's a wallet-sized photo.
I am that portrait.
Well, speaking of wallet-sized photos, this is a seamless transition into
Segue.
ad time. It's time for our ad break, a very important and serious ad break brought to you by the one and only Joshua Spence.
Hell yeah.
Right, Josh?
Exactly. You know what? I am tired of all these ads coming in where we all have to share it, dividends like we're a team, when clearly one of us is the star, the Val Kilmer of the group, if you will. So I'm happy to bring in my own ad for me, by me. I am my own FUBU is what I'm doing. What we do with ads today is they want you to give a personal side of yourself to connect with the audience. So that's what I'm doing here. Guys, if you're like me, you have too much fucking money, right? It's just coming out of everywhere. Pockets, your butt, your cabinets. It's just money. You have too much money, and it's too much winning, and there's just too much oil in this world, and you just had enough of it. Well, friend, I'm here to help you. today, with my product, it's called The Buck Stops Here. I'm happy to take all that money off your hands. So what happens is you come to me, you give me your money, and I issue Josh bucks. There's a whole bunch of IOUs. Whenever you need something from your buddy Josh, I don't know, pick you up from the airport, or I don't want to do any physical work, or, laugh at a joke. I will be your wingman when you're flailing. Those are Josh bucks. So you come give me money, I can be your friend. There's no accountability. There's no weird tricky dickness. There's nobody saying like they're gonna stop out for some cigarettes or anything like that. I am gonna be your buddy. You give me money, I give you IOUs. And we just keep that system going until I have even more money. Okay, so I don't want to hear any sniveling, no complaining. There's no takebacks. There's no like, I know you are, but what am I? I don't know. I'll help you come up with ideas too. Like, you know what you need is a neon ashtray. That's $1 million idea. I just gave you right away for free. And you know what? You haven't even given me any money yet for that. So you're welcome. And if you don't believe me, but meet one of my first clients, Rolland Lopez. Rolland, take it away.
I used to be very successful with a lot of money, and then I met you, and now I'm not. I don't know where I'm gonna sleep tonight. Thank you, but every so often I get a Josh.
You're welcome. As long as I get to keep the money and you get the IOUs, we're good with that. So just remember, Josh Spence, the buck stops here. It sounds like a good phrase, and I'm gonna keep it. And sing it.
Oh. Wow, the ad ended in an and scene. That's interesting.
Yeah, I have to say, I think this rebranding of OpenAI is really good. I think this is a better direction for it.
It all makes sense.
Like, it's the same product, but it's like presented in such a more like welcoming, engaging,
more
fashion.
Palatable.
Yes. Yeah, exactly, and more honest, more open.
But you guys like that pitch, right? Because like the buck stops here, like it stops with me when I take the money. Like it says what it does. Like this is a good idea, right, guys?
It's very honest.
Great idea.
Yeah.
Right. Like, see, that's the thing. I'm honest in taking your money, which is more than a lot of people do these days.
Yeah, I feel like most businesses, they're coming up with odd excuses to receive your money. Like we all know it's a business. They're there to collect our money, but they come up with all these whiz bang gadgets and things to sell you. But it's all just a funnel of money, and you're just cutting out all of the bullshit.
Good business plan.
Yeah.
All around.
I have a serious question about heroes in fandom. Can I ask this question?
Yeah. Sure.
I think Jet will already know this question because we've had side dialogues about this. So, about a year or two ago, the guy that we make fun of me being my hero all the time, Dave Grohl,
there he goes,
had announced that he had a child out of wedlock. And it just threw us for a loop because
I do want to throw in a little bit here. Hold on real quick, because
please.
That sounds very old fashioned. I would like to point out he was actively married to someone else and had the child out of wedlock from that person.
It was 1759 and Dave Grohl had yet to be betrothed.
He had a child with Anne Boleyn.
He had a kid outside of his marriage, right? He was married with somebody, still married to that person at the time. It threw me for a loop because I had been a fan of his for so long. And I was like, I didn't think he was that type of guy, which I don't fucking know him. Why would I think that? And like on another end of my aspect, like the past like 3 or 4 Foo Fighter albums have sucked, but I had been a fan of his since like 95. So I just kept riding it through and kind of let like the personality of Dave Grohl kind of carry the way, even through those shitty albums. But once I heard about what had happened, it kind of gave me an excuse to take a really good extended break from the band. My question is it 100% my fault for like having a parasocial relationship with this guy I don't know? Or is it like his fault for building a certain amount of fandom for being rock's nicest guy? And it turns out that he's human after all and made a mistake, which would contradict his reputation he put out.
First of all, Josh, I think you're being hard on yourself.
Thanks, buddy.
His wife didn't even know who he was. So, how could you expect?
That's fair.
Very true.
I will say, like in the world of rock star scandals, like that headline could also have been like, Rockstar has consensual relationship with 2 women, like two consensual relationships. That's amazing.
It's a tale as old as rock,
right?
Like, I mean, not that it's a good thing,
not a defense. It's just
like,
not unusual.
But like, it's like it's like hey, that's that crappy thing you did. Like,
Yep.
Right.
you are still way better than my uncle.
I think
Like-
as we discussed at the time, the news could have been that he voted for Trump.
Right.
Very true. And that would have been, it still would have been a bigger.
Far worse.
I am not an outlier in this. Like a bunch of Foo Fighter fans, like there's Reddit threads about this shit.
Yeah, it changed everything.
And truly, who would you lay the blame with? The fans for thinking differently, or Dave Grohl putting out an image of he's the nicest guy in rock? He's like the dad of rock stars, and then
You know what?
letting that shit happen.
You both have the blame.
Yes.
Ooh,
At some point in your life, you realize your parents are also a human beings.
Yeah.
Yep.
yo,
At some point, hopefully, you realize that everybody out there is just another human being dealing with something.
Yeah.
Dealing with
Yes.
their own lives. But also, if he's putting out like, "Hey, everybody, I'm the Mr. Rogers of the rock scene,"
Yep.
then you better be the Mr. Rogers of the
You
rock
better
scene.
be able to back it up.
Right,
Yes.
exactly.
Are you saying the glass is half full or half empty, or are you just saying the glass is just too goddamn big? I'm confused now.
ooh,
We're saying
Yeah.
that there's an extra shot glass that nobody knew was here.
yeah,
Oh,
for sure.
Copy that. Got it.
Yeah, I that was exactly where I was going to go. Is the parasocial thing? I think people put way too much stock and love into celebrity,
Right.
and we all fall into that in some way or another. We think we don't, and then we find that one person is like, "No, I really do love that person," and then
Right.
if that person is the person who held that up like that to your degree, yeah, that's on them too.
Which, by the way, again, great question, Jeff, because when I read this, of course, I had like the Danny Boyle story lined up, but
Sure.
I really digged it myself because like the person I had to look at was me. Like I took the assumption the wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I really look at it and I was like, oh, I was the one who had thought I put it on me. So I think that's funny where I would also, again, trying to change my worldviews on things. I would look at people being, oh, you're sycophantic or hero worshiping this person. And I was doing the same exact thing
Right.
until I got caught.
Super.
Hello?
Hey, Josh, it's me, Dave Grohl.
Holy shit. Hi.
I'm going one by one to my fans to apologize
Okay.
for letting you down.
Yeah, you're forgiven. It's great. No, it's so good to meet you, sir.
No, but I don't want you to let me off.
Hold on. Josh, we talked about this.
Just 1 second.
Sorry, Mr. Grohl, hold on a moment. Josh, we had this conversation.
Right.
You remember, you said to me,
Yeah.
if Dave Grohl ever came knocking on your door and asked for your forgiveness, you swore to me and to yourself and to your future children that you were going to hold yourself accountable and you were not going to let it go easily.
And I agree with that position, by the way. I think
Oh,
that's
you
a,
heard this whole thing.
I think it's a strong position.
Oh, you really made yourself comfortable. You took your shoes off and you're
And must I say, Mr. Grohl, that's really honorable of you to take that
Oh,
position with him.
please don't call me honorable. I'm earning that word
yeah,
back.
it's up to him.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. That's great.
Dave, your last 4 albums sucked. As soon as you started with that new producer at Studio 606, shit went bad. I think that's when everything started to happen.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Bad Boys for Life. It's me, Puff. I'm just coming around with him so you can look at him in comparison. And Dave's not so bad. Is that baby oil?
You should leave the screen door closed. I would just advise you to.
You know what's weird? You guys did do All About the Benjamins together. Is there anything you guys want to share?
Bad Boys for Life.
I am a bad boy, but I'm trying to be a better boy for life.
Josh, didn't we talk about taking out a restraining order against Mr. Daddy?
Oh, right. I'm supposed to be 50 feet away. I'm sorry. That's my bad. Yep, sorry.
I'm actually still incarcerated. I'm just out here to help him out.
There's a hologram we set up at Coachella to project it right next.
Oh, you Tupac'd him. Okay, got it. Wait, that seems wrong.
Legit.
Yep,
You Tupac him.
I think he Tupac'd Tupac. Yes.
That's the title. That's the fucking title.
Anyway, I do remember just my quick two for
Yeah, sorry.
that. Because I feel like these are great parallels to each other. 2 separate auditions I went on many years back. One I got to read for Jeremy Piven, who at that time
What was that like?
I did not know anything about his reputation outside of the fact that I thought he was a great actor. And I was a huge fan of a short-lived show he'd done called Cupid, I thought it was a brilliant show, and I was so excited.
That was actually a really good show.
It was great. And even when they brought it back years later with Bobby Cannavale, it was still good and still just as screwed over by the network.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I was really excited to get to read for him. He was directing a TV show, and I was like, this is amazing. And so I went in, and I was like, I was cool about it, but I was like, hey, Mr. Piven, I just wanted to say I'm a big fan of yours from Cupid. I'm so sad that show was canceled. I really love that show. And his response was, okay.
Oh my God.
So are we going to read?
What a dick.
And nothing. He had just absolutely nothing off of that. And it was like, oh, wow. So that meant a lot more to me than it did to you.
Yeah.
This is why the fish tried to kill him with mercy.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
They knew.
The parallel was at some other time, I got to read for LeVar Burton, and he was also directing a TV show.
There's a
and
joke there.
I was so excited to get to read for LeVar Burton because, I grew up with reading Rainbow, and, I watched Roots as a kid. Like LeVar Burton, I hadn't watched TNG yet. That came many years later. So now I'm even bigger fan as a result of that. But it's like, this was such a big deal.
The new guy, right?
Yeah, right. Yes. And also, like, I was excited because I had met him years before, and it's like I went into the audition. It's like, hey, I just, it's so cool to get to see you again. We worked together years ago, and he's like, oh, really? On what? And I was like, I can't remember. It was like he pulled up my resume and he starts like reading down my resume with me, trying to figure out what we had worked with each other on.
That's
and like
cool.
he gets through the entire and he's so kind and he's so nice with me, and we get through the whole thing. It's like, I don't know, I'm not sure what it was. Oh well, don't worry about it. So I go ahead and I read the audition, and he's so kind, and he gives me nice praise afterwards and everything. And I go home, and on the ride home, I realize I never worked with him before. He was just in my living room every single day on Reading Rainbow. He was
Nice.
my personal best friend.
Oh,
He'd never
my
met me
God.
before in his life.
That's really.
But he was
Wow.
so kind to me anyway, of trying to honor me in that complete misunderstanding of our
nice,
connection. Yeah.
That's really sweet.
I have done that because, when you've been here for 20 plus years or whatever, you've worked with so many people. And I was in like Ralph's, and I run into this dude that I hadn't seen in a while. I was like, oh, dude, what's up?
Oh.
And I give him a little dap, and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I don't know you. It was Oscar Nunez from
From The Office.
Yes.
The Office. And
Yes.
he's like, don't worry about it, it happens. I'm like, dude, I'm
bet.
sorry, I thought I knew you from improv or something. He's like, it happens all the time. He was so nice about it, but I felt like such a jackass because I was already into it. Hey, what's up, man? How you been? I don't know you.
Can I share one of those? The improv guys ones. You guys know Brian Stack?
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, not
personally.
like I don't know him,
Of
but I know who he is.
The nicest guy. When I first started IO, he was doing a show with Michael Coleman called Celebrity, and I remember him because he would do occasional bits on Conan, and I don't know, lost my shit. And he was waiting at the valet, and I sheepishly went up to him, and then as I'm walking away, I just wanted to I was so nervous to say anything to him. I just kind of threw like a glancing blow of a compliment. I was like, really big fan of your work, thank you. And he was like, hey, no, come here. And I was like, oh shit. And I walked over. He was like, hey, I'm Brian, nice to meet you. I was like, hi, I'm Joe. He's like, what bit did you like? And then we started talking about all the Conan bits. And then he started
Aw.
breaking down the initial inspiration for the masturbating bear.
Wow.
And so much so that his car came up and he gave the guy a 5 and he said, do a block. And he was just,
Wow.
yeah.
That's great.
Sure.
And he's like, anytime you have a question, just ask me. I'm here. I was like, yeah. Like, all right. And yeah, it was the nicest experience of meeting somebody I think I've ever
Wow,
had.
that's amazing. That's actually a really nice
That
story.
is lovely.
Super.
If you why don't you just give me like 3 minutes? So how long have you been a valet? Like, you are amazing. You parked up with inches to spare. Yeah, just 1 second.
Yeah, no, it's too long. Honestly, it's miserable work. I'd rather go into just about any line of work, but it's my calling. I'm very, very good at it. I hate it every minute of it, though.
I'm sure you get this all the time, but your passion is like what inspired my passion.
Oh, great. So my abject hatred, but my respect for the quality of my work drove you to do what?
Here's my ticket, E5.
All right, just 1 second here. Here you go. Here's your car.
Oh, man, wow.
Yeah. I barely sat in it, honestly. Those Rolls Royces are crap. They're poorly constructed.
So the book is called Fan of a Valet. It's a deep dive into just a random guy who corners the valet from my third book. And it's 465 pages, just a deep dive into his dull life.
Now, is it true that this one was also originally titled Johnson in the Hole?
It was. And what I meant by that was a dick and a vagina.
Legit.
I was so close.
Legit. Yep.
Oh.
Sometimes a cigar is just a penis. Yeah.
That just is, even if you're Doris Kearns Goodwin.
Yes.
Y'all, when I said dick and a vagina, what I meant was we have to wrap this up.
I understood.
Safe sex. Always safe sex. Wrap it up.
For the end of this podcast, Rolland Lopez, our dear guest who I adore.
Yes.
Do you have any do you have any places you want us to follow, some show, anything you're doing that you'd like the general public to know
Actually,
about?
yes. When is this coming out?
June.
Really, June?
Yes.
Yeah, June 10th.
Then you just missed my show on May 30th. Any chance it's coming out before May 30th? No, or not?
Maybe we can work it around.
We might be able to adjust
just in
things.
case. All right.
Massage it.
Yeah.
Say it anyway.
All right.
Yes.
If this comes out in June, hopefully you enjoyed it. But my two-person show, Rolland and Riches, RollandandRiches.com, is actually making their New Mexico debut. We've not performed in that state.
Oh,
We're going to be in Albuquerque Saturday, May 30th at The Box Performance Space. A 9:15 show, $15 are tickets. You can find everything out at The Box ABQ. That stands for Albuquerque.com. Thank you.
Can I also pump up Rolland and Rolland or no?
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
It's okay if you don't want me to.
Sure. Yeah, please.
I just want to make a private plug for Rolland and Rolland, which is Patrick Rolland and Rolland Lopez. It's a duo show at West Side Comedy. It's on every other Monday night.
Every 3 weeks.
Every 3 weeks now. They changed it.
Yeah.
At West Side Comedy. And they are the best duo in town, period,
Thank you.
in my book. It's a
I'm also pretty
fantastic
sure Roland will be making a
improv show.
super legit, spectacular
So,
improv performance.
yeah.
He'd better be.
Yeah,
I
it's
would
a
love to.
great time.
He's also at the Dresden every Thursday night.
Yes.
Looking, I
Singing
keep hoping Vince will
with
walk in
Elaine.
again.
He
Yeah.
regularly attends the Dresden.
Yes, he does. Any last thoughts from the rest of you old chuckleheads?
I have no thoughts left in my head.
I think you're fantastic, Jen.
Are they last thoughts or just the ones we're going to say before we're done?
I actually do have, if we have 20 seconds, I would like to share something that I learned meeting a celebrity. I was at the airport
great.
and I met the guy from NCIS.
You could have done this in the episode.
The good-looking guy from NCIS.
Oh.
Pete Johnson.
Was any of them bad looking?
Is it Noah Wiley again?
No. Oh, damn. I don't. Anyway,
Mark Harmon?
no, the younger one.
Michael Weatherly?
The one, yes, Michael Weatherly. Michael Weatherly sat next to me at the airport, and I was like, "Oh, hey, I just watched you on Dark Angel for 2 seasons. I really love that show. I'm sorry it got canceled." And he goes, "Yeah, that's when I had to find another job." And at that moment, I went, "Oh, that's right. These are jobs for people. They're not like
Right.
they count on this stuff. I'm just disappointed I can't watch my show anymore.
Yep.
This guy needs to like."
Pay the valet.
Yeah,
That's a
Wow.
good point, dude.
that's a great story.
Thank you.
I got to say, like, your term for making money being, I got to pay the valet is maybe the most Los Angeles thing I've ever heard. I got valets to pay.
All right, kids. Thanks for joining us. We've been super legit.
Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it. This was fun.
You did great.
Let's do it again.
Let us do it again and again with our dicks and vaginas. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
That's how you end an episode of the Super Legit Podcast.
I don't believe anything's on. Oh my time, I kicked the door on its hinges just so I could move on. Oh, oh, oh.
Hi, I'm John Rail, the editor. I don't normally interrupt my clients' work, but I just wanted to point out that this comedic outro is a good example of what the show can sometimes sound like, prior to cleaning it up for you lovely folks. Enjoy.
Brought to you by.
Is it me? Is it me?
Yes,
Do I
Is
it's
get
it
you
to
this
Josh?
time.
chat?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you
John,
for
feel
doing that.
free to edit anything
Yeah,
you
edit.
want out of this
Add-
episode.
add it. Let me
God,
do that
was-
again because I wasn't sure I was
fucking-
doing it.
No, that
Wait,
was
I-
intentional.
No, it
Damn it.
wasn't. I just didn't know. Oh, yours was intentional.
I was
Because
I
you
wish
had
we
this
had
part
her
out.
going like this.
Never
Wait
mind,
a-
John. Leave all
wait-
of this in.
Way to ruin it,
It's
Jet.
gold,
Jesus
John. It's
Christ.
gold.
Go ahead.
Guys,
kick-
There's a
Kick it
very
off, Jen.
important ad. It is time, friends. Told you not to make me host.
Seamless.
It's
You're,
time
you're
now
doing great. Our producer's
for-
a shithead.
Join Mary-Kate and Ashley in London as they discover the history, the romance, and the fun. Winning London. Available now. Soundtrack available on Dual Star Records, Trauma Records.